To formally start our class session, let us first have a prayer. Class Mayor, can you lead the opening prayer? Good morning, class. Okay, kindly turn on your cameras for the attendance. Class monitor, kindly take a screenshot and check the attendance. Okay, very good. No one is absent today. Who can give a recapitulation of our previous topic? Yes, Ms. Russell, share what you had remembered to the class. Very good. Thank you, Ms. Russell. So aside from that, what else have we tackled last meeting? Please raise a hand if you want to answer. Yes, Ms. Pitalcorin. Very good, Ms. Pitalcorin. Thank you. Okay, so now you're ready for our next topic. But before that, I will present pictures on the screen and you will guess what these pictures are all about.
Yes, you are right. Good job, class.
Based on the pictures that you have guessed, what do you think is our topic for today? Yes, Miss Melesio? That's right. Very good. Thank you, Miss Melesio. But before I elaborate more about status and role, kindly read first the learning objectives for today's lesson. Thank you, class. But of course, we will only achieve these objectives if you listen carefully to our discussion and actively participate to our activities. What is your idea about status? Yes, Mr. Makayan? Very good. Thank you, Mr. Makayan. So, a status is an individual's position in his or her society which carries with it a set of defined rights and obligations. So, as what Ms. Melesio said earlier, so being a mother, a wife, a daughter, a sister, and a teacher are some examples of statuses. So, can you give me another example? Yes, Ms. Gastanes? Very good. Thank you, Ms. Gastanes. So, according to Ralph Linton, there are two types of status. So, first is the ascribed status, and the second is the achieved status. So, kindly read the definition of ascribed status, Ms. Miano. Thank you, Ms. Miano. So, can you give me some examples of ascribed status? Yes, Mr. Oxin? Yes, very good. Thank you. So, we do not make a decision to choose these statuses. So, these statuses are not voluntary. So, we do not pick the family we are born into, nor do we usually select our own sex. Do you understand, class? Very good. And now, let us proceed to the second type, which is the achieved status. Kindly read, Mr. Pokita. Thank you, Mr. Pokita. An achieved status is acquired through one's efforts. So, unlike ascribed status, these are voluntary statuses. So, achieved statuses are not fixed by inheritance, biological characteristics, and other factors over which the individual has no control. And now, who can give some examples of achieved status? Yes, Miss Anino? Very good. Thank you, Miss Anino. So I have a scenario here and give me your thoughts about it. For an instance, someone committed a crime. Does it give him or her the status of being a criminal? Yes, Mr. Bautista, share your thoughts to the class. Yes, very good. Thank you, Mr. Bautista. We must take note that we are the one who will choose and decide what achieved status we are going to acquire. And we are the one who should be responsible for our actions. Do you understand, class? Any questions or clarifications about the two types of status? Okay, very good. So as we all know, each of our statuses comes with different obligations and rights. And these are defined as our roles. So can you read the definition of roles? Yes, Ms. Lagare? Thank you, Ms. Lagare. So, a role is the expected behavior associated by the people to a particular status. So, it serves as the responsibility that we should perform in relation to our achieved and ascribed statuses. So, can you give me an example? Yes, Ms. Gumanoy? Excellent. Very well said. Thank you, Ms. Gumanoy. Okay, who can give another example? Yes, Mr. Anuver? Yes, very good. Very well said. Thank you, Mr. Anuver. So, do you have any questions or clarifications about status and roles, class? Okay, this ends our discussion for today. And now, since there are no questions, can you summarize what we have tackled today, Mr. Magallanes? Well explained. Thank you, Mr. Magallanes, and thank you, class, for being so participative and active today. So, any questions regarding the topic that we discussed? Okay, if there's none, then I believe that all of you understands our topic. And now, let's proceed to our activity. Okay, so for our activity, so in a short bond paper, compose a reflective essay with a minimum of 2 and a maximum of 4 paragraphs, answering the question below. So what is the importance of statuses and performing different roles in the society? So please take note of the following criteria. So content and relevance, 20 points. Organization of ideas, 10 points, a total of 30 points. So you can submit it in our Google Classroom, and the deadline would be on February 18, 2022. As for the evaluation, so create a video presentation with a minimum of 3 and a maximum of 8 minutes showing your role as an individual in your family, in the school, and in the society. So you can utilize the pictures or video clips in the internet which you think is appropriate to the given activity, and you can also make your own video clips and pictures. So you can submit it in our Facebook page, and the deadline would be on February 22, 2022. So also, please be guided by the following criteria: content and relevance, 25 points, clarity and organization of ideas, 20 points, timeliness, 5 points, a total of 50 points. And for our assignment, so research and study in advance the topic about conformity and deviance, for we will have a diagnostic test next meeting. Okay, that would be all. This ends our class session for today. Class Mayor, kindly lead the closing prayer. Amen. Goodbye, class.